can't we just all get along?
Why is blue better than green?
Hi, it's Lauren. Welcome to another lyric analysis video. Today's video is going to be the song The Paradox of Love. It is the second song in the Pink section and the 12th song overall. I would consider this song like my pageant world peace song in a way. The main metaphor I use is the idea of colors and how ridiculous it would be if we had a war over what color is superior to other colors when they're really just different. And I specifically use the metaphor of armies of blue and armies of green. And imagine if this army was like green is the superior color, and this army is like blue is the superior color, and they're having a fight to the death over which one is superior and how ridiculous that is. And I think of people as just different shades of different colors, and some colors complement each other, some clash, but that's okay. Just be with the ones that complement, and the ones that clash, just let them complement with someone else. All right, so first line. Aren't we all both right and wrong? So I think of this line specifically in terms of values, like a value clash. No one's really right and no one's really wrong. Like, for example, what's more important, career or your family? People are going to have differing opinions on that, very strong. But there's no logical argument that's going to say this one's superior to the other one. They're just different values and different people and different ways of living, and we have to respect that other people's ideas, maybe they're wrong for us and who we are, but they're right for them. And then can't we all be different and also belong? So can we accept people who are different and let them belong and let them be who they are? Or do we shun people who have different ideas and try to prove that our ideas are superior? Some will clash, so maybe those aren't your people, which is fine, but you don't have to kill them, right? Yeah, I mean, what, you see an ugly shirt in the mall, I have to destroy it. I mean, maybe some people think that. But you just walk away from the shirt. You don't have to burn it down. Why can't we do that in life? I don't know. I don't like you. You don't like me. Our perspectives don't seem to agree. I've definitely experienced that. People who are stuck in kind of, I don't know, traditional lifestyles and values irk me, who aren't willing to like try for a better life in a better way because they're scared of change. Like, those people irk me a lot and frustrate me a lot. And I guess their values are stay traditional and my values are let's make everything better. And it's hard for me to understand why people wouldn't want to change and make things better and keep things the way they are even if they're broken. Their goal is to keep the status quo. My goal is to change it. So those are going to clash. That is all right. That is okay. We can live in a different way. So yeah, go do you, basically. Like, live your life, live by the values that you want to, and I'll live by mine, and we'll just part ways and keep it that way. Next part. Why would you waste a beautiful life killing creations that you are not like? So every person is a creation, and why would you spend time killing the other creations and art forms that are different than you? Why not just be yourself? Like, they don't threaten you, they're just different. Now, the problem is that when their values are that the other person doesn't have values, then that's mainly all the problems that we have. And then that you have to fight against because they'll take your freedom and choice away. So if someone wants to have power, fine, go have power, do what you want. But if to feel powerful, you're gonna take mine away, I have to defend that. And why don't we just do our own thing and not hurt other people, not take other people's power, and then let people who we just don't like, just let them do their own thing. Everyone has individual truth. So everyone's truth will differ based on their own individual experiences and who they are, and that's okay. And then the chorus. Why is blue better than green? Can you give me a logical, rational argument on how the color blue is superior to the color green? You could try. You could do a lot of bullshit. You could be like, well, blue is the color of the sky, and the sky is above the grass, which is green, so it's better. But it's really all bullshit. Like, let's be honest. And people do that. They make arguments on what idea is better, and it's really just bullshit. So, and then next line, why are you better than me? So why is blue better than green? Why are you better than me? In the same way that there's really no good argument of why one color is superior over the other, there's also no good argument to why one person or one person's values is superior over another's. And then armies of blue and armies of green is the next line. Think of all the wars in our history. Like, what if we had a war of the color blue versus the color green? I'm thinking back in history to like the Sunni and the Shiites, just essentially the same thing as colors. Like, it was some kind of dumb argument or something really inconsequential. And it probably was as dumb as having a war over colors. I'll have to look it up. Next line is armies of blue and armies of green, which is, like I said in the beginning, like, imagine how ridiculous it would be to have a war over whether the color blue or color green is superior and have people in like blue and green outfits, like with guns shooting each other. Like, how absurd would that be? And yet, I feel like it's a pretty accurate reflection of our history, sadly. And then last line, it's the illusion of validity. So people are afraid that if someone's opinion is different than theirs is invalidated. It doesn't have to be that way. We can just be different, and they can be different, and we can both be equally valid. If we all had like our own boundaries and our own values and respected each other, like, it would be fine. So, why we don't do that? I couldn't tell you. Well, I can, because the world is based on power. The world's like prisoners running a prison. I think that's a pretty accurate reflection. So, and then this part again, aren't we all both right and wrong? Can't we all be different and also belong? So yeah, our values are who we are, so they're correct, but they're not who they are, so they're incorrect for them. Not trying to erase them, but also not letting them erase yourself. Next part, I don't like you. You don't like me. You are not the person that I want to be. There are definitely people that I don't like and people I don't want to be like, right? If you don't like someone or something, just take it out of your daily conscious experience and let the people who agree do their thing. It's wrong for me, but right for you. So the fact that I'm having this negative reaction to this value means it's not who I am, but it's who they are. And, maybe it's not who they are. Maybe the value isn't in their best interest, but people make horrible mistakes, but everyone else is on their own journey. And all we can do is be examples of our best self and inspire people. We can't force people to change or force people to convert to what we think is an acceptable person. And by trying to do that, cause a lot of mental health problems because people don't feel like they're allowed to be who they are, which is probably one of the main reasons I do this. I will respect your expression of you. So look at people, look, this is who this person is right now. Maybe I don't like it, maybe I don't agree with it, maybe they're making some horrible mistakes. But that's who they are right now. This reflects the truth of their past. Maybe it reflects a traumatic past as a trauma response. I don't know. But how they're acting shows who they are in the moment. And then it's up to me to decide if who they are is someone that I want in my life or not. And if I don't, that's okay. I just remove myself. I don't need to try to destroy them. Because we can both be valid. And I'm sure I'm making some mistakes too. That's for sure. And that's the thing with choices and mistakes. Like, for some people, the same decision could be a mistake. And for others, it could be a great choice. Like, For me, I don't really see a family in my future. I mean, I am asexual, but it's just not my path. And I think if I were to do it, that would be the wrong choice for me. But it is the correct choice for people who do want to do that. And so the same thing, but a good or a bad choice depending on the person and their circumstances. And then next part, love is not judging someone. When we judge, we make people feel small. And I think of life on earth as like the blind leading the blind. Nobody knows what they're doing. And I think it's good to judge in terms of like, ooh, I don't like what I'm seeing, I don't like what I'm feeling. But to put the person down in a judgmental way of like, I'm superior to them, I think is wrong. So life is not a competition. So we don't need to fight and war over who's better and worse. Like, why don't we just be ourselves and strengthen each other as a community, doing what we're best at? I don't know. I get a little irked that we don't do that. I don't really understand why. And then we are all part of the one. And every other person is also a reflection of the ultimate one source consciousness. And so, in a way, like everyone we see is a different version of ourselves. And especially the people we interact with, because you can't interact with someone unless you have something in common with them, some kind of frequency in common, even if it's just a location. So we can use these other reflections of ourselves to learn about who we are and how we can be more truly ourselves. And then it's the paradox of love. No one is right and no one is wrong, yet life is all about me judging and choosing what's right and wrong for me. So it's like, yeah, everyone's correct, but you can't be a person without setting boundaries and being like, this is who I want to be, this is who I don't want to be. And so we have to both separate ourselves from others, but also realize we're all connected. So we'll just do the end then, because it's repeating stuff. And the end is, aren't we all just a different frequency, just a different way to be? This is based on the spiritual concept that everything is frequency and vibration, and other people are just different frequencies, different vibrations. And there isn't necessarily one that's better or worse or right or wrong. They just are. And then, aren't we all just a different way to be? So, you look at all the people, it's like these are just different ways that human beings can exist, or animals, or anything that's alive that you find on Earth, really. And we can choose whether that's something that we want to incorporate or something that we don't. And then, can't we all be a different energy? Again, the concept of everything is frequency, vibration, and then everything's energy. And then matter is just kind of, it's like the slit experiment, the double slit experiment, where when observed, a wave becomes a particle. That's kind of this concept of how this concept works, is everything's energy, and like everything from this sweater, because I have my attention on it, it's solid, but it's also just energy. So everything's energy. And can't we just be different energies? Can't we just all get along? Why can't we just all get along? World peace, people. Have a different way to be. They say just being is a very high spiritual thing, because you're not judging, you're not gossiping, you're just here. And so just look around and look at all the people just being who they are in different ways of expressing themselves, and see it as a fun way, an adventure to choose who you want to be. So, thanks so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.
It's the paradox of love.